Week 4 fantasy football. Let's talk about some players. First of all, mikel leshoure came back from suspension and dominated the backfield carries, which I was a little hesitant to pick him up just because Kevin Smith had played pretty well, and the Lions, I've always seen them as more of a passing team. I figured he might share backfield carries, but nope, turns out he completely dominated. And Kevin Smith, I don't know what happened to him. He just completely disappeared. I haven't seen too many injury reports or anything. It looks like they just like leshoure much better. And he's a physical specimen. So I wouldn't be shocked to see him continue dominating. And up in Buffalo, C.J. Spiller hurt himself. He looks like he could miss a week. However, Fred Jackson seems to be on the fast track back from his injury, and he has actually been cleared to play this week. Now, earlier this week, I would have told you that Tashard Choice was the waiver wire pickup, because with Spiller and Jackson out, even though he's the third stringer, he does have plenty of talent. I've been watching him since he was a rookie in Dallas. And, he started a few games in his career. He's done pretty well. Last week he had 91 yards, averaging over 4 yards a carry. And he does a pretty good job in the passing game as well. And there's a chance that Spiller and Jackson could both play. There's a chance that neither of them will play. So I say just keep your eyes on the news. And, they kick off at 12. So, just... If it says that both Jackson and Spiller are going to miss, I'm going to go ahead and just throw Choice in there, because New England has never really been known as a run-stopping defense. So, but if Jackson and if just Jackson or just Spiller do dress out, I wouldn't start Choice, but I wouldn't start one of them either, just because coming off of injuries and stuff, you really can't know how well they're going to be able to play. Plus, it looks like this could end up turning into a running back by committee sort of approach between the three of them. In either way, we'll go on to defenses right here. The Jets defense, they are much worse without Darrelle Revis, but they still have a lot of weapons. Bart Scott, Laron Landry, they have a strong team. However, so don't rush to drop them, but if there is something better available, sure, look into that. For one thing, the Falcons and the Cardinals are available in 2 out of 3 of my leagues, and they are number 2 and number 3 respectively for the year. And so yeah, I had no problem dropping the Jets for the Falcons. They've been playing consistent defense all year. You saw what they did to Manning. Cardinals, their defense is the reason that they're winning right now. So if one of them is available, then sure, consider dropping the Jets, but don't drop them for the Raiders. Don't do that. And Dennis Pitta laid a goose egg, and I think that was more about matchups because the Browns have a pretty decent linebacking core. He still has upside, but let's not forget that the Ravens have an offense where Flacco loves to spread the ball out. And Boldin and Smith are finally looking like the guys that you drafted. Their numbers are rising. Not to mention that Ray Rice gets plenty of catches out of the backfield. So Pitta, he was never a must start, but he has upside based on matchups. And also, we have the Patriots, who, bear with me, this is going to be a long explanation, because Edleman and Hernandez are out, Gronk is playing hurt. And with Hernandez out, Gronk is going to be playing more at the line of scrimmage anyways. The Patriots, they have a weak O-line right now. Hernandez is a great blocker, so Gronk, and they also released the Winslow after a week. So Gronk is going to be playing more at the line, doing more blocking, and so he'll probably still get targets, especially in the red zone. Because he is a big target, but And I still think he's probably a must start in most leagues, just because if you picked up Gronk, he was either a second or third round pick, and you didn't bother getting a quality backup. But, and also, with Edleman out, Hernandez out, Gronk playing more at the line, Welker is obviously going to get a lot more targets, which is why defenses are going to be playing him a lot more. They're going to be putting a lot of their coverage on him when he goes out on routes. Which brings me to my main point, which is if you have Brendan Lloyd, if you were smart enough to pick him up, this is the week that you start him, because this should be the best week he's had. With all the other injuries coming around, that Lloyd should get more targets this week than any of the other weeks he's had, and he's had some pretty decent weeks already. So I think this will be his breakout game and one of the bigger games of the season, because, let's be honest, the Bills don't really have a good passing defense. They don't have a lot of great defensive backs. And like I said, Gronk, who's already playing hurt, he's going to be at the line of scrimmage against guys like Williams and Anderson. The Bills want to protect Tom Brady. So if you got Lloyd, well, this is the week that you play him. And as far as people that you shouldn't play, well, the Titans finally got a win, but Chris Johnson still has yet to break the 100 yards or find the end zone. In fact, through 3 games this season, he has 45 rushing yards. He had 63 receiving yards, but once again, through 3 games, and 47 of those came on like one catch in week 1. Also, it's safe to note, I need to note the fact that the Redskins signed running back Ryan Grant. Mostly due to injuries at the backups, but still, it's Shanahan. Alfred Morris has been dominating the backfield carries all season, but we've always known that with Shanahan there, no halfback is safe. And so with the shining of Grant, all fantasy owners should be scared that shanahanigans is on the horizon, because at one point in his career, Ryan Grant was a pretty good halfback. So just be careful of that, and good luck this week.